Welcome to JavaScript Fundamentals Part 2. Today, in this lecture, we will discuss about activating strict mode. Now, before continuing to learn JavaScript in this new section, we should first activate a special mode in JavaScript called strict mode. Now, back to this course, JavaScript course, and then here copy this fundamentals part 2 and then paste in desktop and open in VS Code. And then here, new window, open folder, desktop fundamentals part 2. Open the script.js and here the script file is already here placed in HTML file, so no need of HTML file. And then in script.js, now we need to start with a special mode, that is a strict mode. We have to activate here, which makes it easier for us to write a secure JavaScript code. We have to write here before we have to write here use this use strict and then semicolon. Use strict, we have to place it in at the very first line of code because before start writing the code we have to place this, then only we are activating the strict mode. Before this strict mode, if any code is available means then strict mode is not applicable. So make sure that you use strict. This line will be at the top of our code. And also this strict mode basically helps us to introduce the bugs into our code. That's because of two reasons. First is strict mode forbids us to do certain things, and the second one is it will actually create visible errors for us. And let's now start by writing an example to understand this concept. If a person has a license, license equal, I'm giving here false, and then I'm using const here. Remember, by default taking examples we use const here to avoid accidental errors. Const, if he passed the test, pass test equal true. And then how I write these two means, if a person is passed the test, true, this is okay, he passed the test, but he didn't receive any license, that is false. And then now here I am using if block, if pass test, and then I am writing here has license I'm writing here I'm not giving this e in last because I will give you clarity into by writing this strict. I didn't written here e because of the purpose, on purpose. I'm giving this true. Okay. And then I'm writing if has license console.log he can drive. Now Open the console, and now I want to show you that how this strict mode will work. Now I'm placing this use strict line to comment, and now here we have written the code, and then reload here, reload. Here it didn't display anything here because we have an error, so it didn't display anything here. And now I am commenting this out. Here, now reload here. See where we are giving an error that is displayed here because of this use strict. So this is the purpose of a strict mode we are activating, and we have an error that is displayed in console. Check, that is in sixth line what we have written here, license E, and then now reload. See, he can drive. It displayed the output what we have given. If pass test has license condition is true, then he can drive. Now here we have another thing that in strict mode, that is to introduce a short list of variable names that are reserved for features that might be added to the language a bit later. Now here let's try an example that once interface is a variable audio here. This is an audio interface, and now if we try this, reload here, there is an unexpected syntax error. This is a reserved for error message basically, and that is again because JavaScript is reserving this code here for the future, that JavaScript will introduce this feature, interface feature in future. And also here we have another one, that is private. Private 12 2 4 5, and then here we reload. Here also we have an unexpected strict mode reserved word, so this is also an error. And for example, I give if equal 25 and reload here. I am placing these two in comments. You will understand now clearly. Reload. Now here we have that unexpected token if. So these are all the reserved words that we have not to taken as a variable. Make sure that your variable name should be not a reserved word, and I hope that now you are familiar with this strict mode. And in the next lecture we will discuss on the functions, function declarations, function expressions, and this is all for the lecture. Thank you.